Welcome back, ladies and gents. A bit of a break, Brandon. Enough time, get a nap in, grab some drinks, grab some food, do all the good stuff. Get ready, get excited for our next game of today. Of course, it is Gamerlegion taking on Ecstatic, a BO3 that definitely is an interesting one because, of course, for the both of us, I think we know how well Gamerlegion have been playing, how on the rise they are as a team. For Ecstatic, as you mentioned just before we head to that extended break, they obviously just made Melbourne. So a little bit torn as to recent results, looking good for both, but I think consistency certainly lying with that Gamerlegion side. I was having a chat with Artist and Biscu from Viperio, one of the other teams that made the RMR, and they said, and I quote, they are the most consistent team in Tier 2 right now. So, if we're going by that, I think this should be an easy one for them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But look, before we dive too much into the teams that we've got on display, let's take a look at the playoff bracket. Let's have a look at how this is all forming. And, well, here we are. Well, I say here we are. We've had one game. But there we go. One quarterfinalist confirmed. That is Monte. I want to tell you what, we've got some banging round of 16 games.
Yeah.
Voivoda 500.
That's so good.
Sangal Saw.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent game as well. New changes for Sangal, of course.
I'll be honest, I think Sinner's Honoris is a good game as well. I think there's obviously Astralis Talent, Copenhagen Flames. The Copenhagen Flames this morning, bench Regali and bring in Farley.
Interesting. I hope that's him getting called up and not like they're just changing the piece because they don't like him or they just want a new piece.
So I read on the Flames website that it was for, they know how individually brilliant Regali is, but they think for the good of the team and to get more consistent results, they're going to bring in Farley.
Okay.
They said it was a structural change, and it's one of those things where I kind of am likening the comparison to, when like football teams are like on the rise, they get like promoted to the Prem, and then you're pushing for that top 6 European spot, and your striker, your star player is performing really well, and then they sell them in January. Right. That's what I think's happened. It just feels like it's Copenhagen Flames are doing this for the good of the roster, supposedly, rather than the value that Regali brings as an individual. So I'm very interested to see how that plays and kicks on. They had a best of 3 already with the new lineup. They played against Aurora. They lost 2-0. So obviously, first day in, it's going to be difficult for Farley to really have an immediate impact. So let's move on anyway, because I could talk about Flames all day. But we're not talking about Flames. Talking about Ecstatic and Gamerlegion. Let's start with Gamerlegion because we were just talking about them.
Sorry. I probably had the Ecstatic graphic ready, and then he's just had to switch it over last minute. Of course, usual faces: Shui, the big man, IGL, Imma, top performer in the last 3 months. You got Kios, you got Acor, you got Isaac, the man in the middle that I mentioned. Acor, unbelievable AWPer, a very, very talented man. A lot of people sleep on him. Kios, honestly, although he's the quietest of the lot in terms of statistics, if we get to see an Inferno today, watch that man. He is on rails when it comes to that. So yeah, I'm excited to see him and obviously Isaac as well. Just Mr. Consistent on either end, really, the Kios and the Isaac and the the players in the middle here, obviously. But as I said, on either end, you've got Shui, you've got him at Acor in the top middle as your IGL. It's the big man Ash as the coach. We can obviously talk about Ecstatic a little bit as well. We move from a European side to a Danish one. Manx IGLing, calling the shot. Salazar on the AWP. Kragan, Manx, Queenix, the consistent pillars. It's the old Masonic core. I say that. Well, it's not that old now. It's Ecstatic, but just as reference, right? Yeah. They bought out the old Ecstatic core after obviously it was like Bird from Sky was playing and basically like the whole shuffle happened. But yeah, Ecstatic are the other team that they're playing, and that's a team that obviously, as I said, consists of Salazar, very young AWPer, 18 years old. You've got Cabby, you've got Manx, obviously the usual suspects, Queenix and Kragan in the mixer as well. Exciting to see these guys perform over that. And Brandon, I don't think there's much else other than the veto, I should say. I think map's very important. We don't have much time supposedly till the game, so I kind of want to blast through this. Talk to me about the veto, Brandon. What's the crack?
It should be an Inferno pick for Gamerlegion. There we go. Nuke for Ecstatic. An Ancient Decider. I mean, Nuke is the only map which Ecstatic have a better win rate than Gamerlegion in the combined pools, because Gamerlegion always banned Anubis. They played it once and lost. So Mirage ban for Ecstatic. I'm not being funny. Makes sense for Ecstatic. They play 7 maps, but they've won Mirage once in the last 11 times they've played it. Inferno pick, as you were saying before with the roster, Kios, unbelievable talent on here. This is just a very consistent map for Gamerlegion. I feel like they're one of the best teams in tier 2 on Inferno, if I'm being honest. Nuke, again, Ecstatic do like to first pick this a lot, so that's not really surprising. And if it goes Ancient, it should be a Gamerlegion win, because I think they're just better individually. And the way that Gamerlegion like to approach T sides is there's a lot of flanks, there's a lot of lurks, and Ancient is a map that you can really do that on. The optimization of Red and Shuey pushing through there will happen a lot if we do get to that decider game.
Indeed. There you go, Mr. B-Dog, setting you up quite nicely. We can come back to our lovely faces for some, I'd hope.
Hello.
Yeah, haven't changed since the pre-show started. We, of course, as you say, Inferno, Nuke, Ancient are 3 maps. Gamerlegion are the favourites over at 1xBet. There's no denying that. Brandon, I want to talk scorecards, because look, we hit the nail on the head. We both said Monty 2-0. It came in. What are we saying for this one? It's Inferno, Nuke, the first 2 maps. Do we think they're both going Gamerlegion's way, or do we think Ancient's involved, or do we think the Danes have a chance?
Look, I don't want to immediately like rule out Ecstatic, because they've gone on an incredible run, and it needs to be kind of stated how good the journey for them to qualify to IEM Melbourne is. With that being said, I think on paper Gamerlegion should be taking this, and I think whilst Nuke will be competitive, they've got just enough to edge it out. So I'll actually go again 2-0 Gamerlegion.
Like, you read my mind. I think for Ecstatic, the only issue is you're playing Nuke, which is also a pretty strong map for Gamerlegion. We'll see. Listen, ladies and gents, we're going to head into the action. It's Inferno. It's map 1. It's a round of 16 matchup. A quarterfinal slot up for grabs. Only one team can get it. Who's it going to be?
Well, let us see, Ryan. Let us cook. It's coming up later against Fnatic. But for now, it's Gamerlegion taking on Ecstatic. And I'm actually really excited for this one. I think it's actually going to be a really good series of Counter-Strike.
I think it is as well. Definitely going to be like all left in the server, you know, that kind of vibe where like everyone's just hitting heads and absolutely nailing shots.
I want to see a good show from Ecstatic, because they've got a little soft spot in my heart. I always do like them, and I feel like it's because of the core of Masonic were just such grinders in the day. Queenix now looking for a little bit of a peak. Could be rewarded with a couple of kills here with the dual Beresses.
Nope, he isn't. And, well, that's not a great start, to be honest with you. I thought maybe there was going to be some shove here for Ecstatic. There's one set of Julies on the site, but Salazar's already been compromised. It's now just about taking him down, or taking as many with him as he can. Acor's low, and actually still no kills. Still no kills for Ecstatic. It's just Dragon left, 1 versus 5. He's gone. It's flawless from Gamerlegion.
Well, I mean, that helps the prediction, I suppose, but that kind of really hurts to see, because Ecstatic is set up in a really good way. There were some nice little crossfires on site, but they just got immediately shut down. And the Queenix swing, it felt like Gamerlegion were always ready for that, with 3 players, just one crouching, one standing up. Like, the layers to it was fantastic. And Ecstatic walked straight into the guillotine.
There you go. Gamerlegion up 1-0. Still a lot of work to be done. Second round follow-up here for Ecstatic is Quad Eagles 1 CZ. I've seen rounds like this work out in the past, Brandon. I'm not gonna cut it out here.
I have too.
We saw it earlier on. Monty, second round of Nuke. The lads, not a pretty sight to be seeing for Harvu, but there you have it. It does happen. This round, though, you can already see Gamerlegion playing things very structurally sound, right? It's like smokes to get inches of control, you know? It's all calculated. There's brains behind the mayhem. Already see with a minute left to spare. Imma little jiggle, making sure nobody's there. But again, no one putting all their eggs in the A-site basket. They know this as well. They want to play things a little smarter. This wraparound.
Wow.
Salazar. Oh, that is brilliant.
This
That's
is
the bomb.
really good timing. Yeah.
There's
Oh,
one.
I like this. And he's got him. Chewy falls. 40 seconds, and you're right, that's the bomb spotted. Look at the rotations, but that's your issue. Because Gamerlegion have got complete control of A.
Go, trying to earn it back. Imma wants his ground. A-court. He's like, well, where the hell did that deagle go? Like, it's found one, and now it's just gone into the night. But look at this, they gamble B, and Gamerlegion just wrap around to A. Kios is deep towards Library. They were never not going to go A there, and ultimately now it's just about farming up the cash. Kios going to find the $600. Manx is going to drop another with a Galil, but of course, it's now just Cabby. He emerges through the smoke. He walks into a wall. Kios will be very thankful for that one, as he makes it Gamerlegion 2-0.
Yeah, really, really nice try. Salazar had the right read. That was a cool little play. Found the timing down middle. Even dropped the bomb temporarily. But unfortunately, just not enough. In Gamerlegion, they walk their way out. Find the little pocket of space out of the apartments. It enables them to overrun A. That was the forced investment for Ecstatic, and now you've kind of got some CZs. But Shuey, well, completely deals with the majority of Ecstatic too, and basically call it free because Cabby's on 1 point of health.
Yeah. Hella Skrilla earning that round, Brandon.
What?
Hella Skrilla, that's like the UK term. Money. Well, an old UK term. Dosh. Dollar.
Wonga.
Wonga, there you go. Skrilla. Synonym for money.
I've never heard that.
Really? You've never heard of that?
No.
Fair enough. I respect it. But yeah, it means lots of money. And speaking of money, of course, if you have spare of it and you dabble in a bit of gambling, you can go and check out our partners over at 1xBet. You'll see the promo pop up just on the right-hand side of your screen.
Can't
Lovely
miss
guys
it.
over there. Yeah, you can't. It's everywhere. Like, the 1xBet people are everywhere. You can't escape them. But if you want to go and check them out, of course, it's cct.gg/1xbet. You can use code CCT for up to €130 on your deposit bonus, courtesy of them. But of course, remember, it is gambling, so you have to be 18 plus to get involved. Of course, you gamble responsibly. Be aware of how much you're gambling. Don't go chasing your losses. And of course, all the T's and C's apply, as well as, you know, ultimately, house always wins.
We don't mean your house.
No. And not a new one. It is literally just the house. And speaking of, a warm welcome to the Ecstatic home. Banana is theirs. Thank you. Come again. They'll be saying to Mr. Kios, getting blasted down. All basically well and good for them. Just nades, mollies, everything. Flushing them out.
Yeah, feels good. So, top brackets is going to now be the new occupancy for Gamerlegion. Spam. Not connecting over the top of the smoke. Can Cabby see anything? Maybe not, and this could be really risky. Salazar's not even looking.
Oh,
Can you hear that?
noise.
Oh, you definitely heard that one. Oh, dear. Imma and Isaac combine. That's going to be the A-wrap, but is it? Because in actual fact, the bomb is making its way through to B.
The fact that Manx has caught Isaac through the smoke, though, should tell them that B is under threat. But look, they're just playing in no man's land. They're staring at a smoke and waiting. The bomb's getting planted on the other side of the map.
Clever. That's so clever from Gamerlegion. They don't smoke CT because they've seen Manx being pulled over and getting the kill through the smoke. It's such a surprise when the bomb actually goes down. And it even forces, I think, Ecstatic into this save because they're so far removed from the initial engagement.
Brilliant stuff so far. Not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Give it up. Lose it all. B site compromised, A long compromised. You have to go for one or the other. They basically just go down the middle. They don't really go back towards long, and nor do they sort of hold B. So they just kind of end up, as I said, no man's land. Save call. Gamerlegion 4-0.
That's so clever.
So cool. What I mean, man, Shui's mind, sort of the experience of Gamerlegion, it's just brilliant. It is amazing.
He's touted by Carrigan as one of the next up-and-coming IGLs.
Go.
That's a big praise from someone who's accomplished so much. Salazar. Let's find the opener in this one. But sometimes 4 versus 5s can still be converted, as they were in the last. Look at this setup. It's really proactive from Ecstatic. I quite like this.
Triple short stack means obviously someone has to hold middle. Queenix's task, basically, you're not allowed to cross out. Isaac taking him down. Worst possible case scenario was Imma also getting a bit clued up as to what's going on in apartments, but unfortunately, as much as he relays the information, he will not be getting any more. Smoking towards Banana, blocking off the vision of Kios. He drops in the nade. Isaac now making the wraparound work, and he's got perfect timing on this because Cabby will assume the long angle.
Manx is holding this.
Manx is holding. However, I do believe he's not in a position where he's holding the direct cross. He's just tucked up close. If Isaac was to jump over, which he won't, wouldn't have got spotted. Instead, different scenario. Manx is going to find him now. He should know while the remaining forces he's wrapping are going to be towards B. And there you have it. Now it's just Stewie left. 1 versus 4. And Gamerlegion, for the first time in this game, shall hit a brick wall. It's the IGL against it, and Ecstatic will keep 4 alive. Queenix the only casualty. Ecstatic won't care. They're on the board. They're on the run-ins. It'll be 4-1.
Yeah, good communication from Ecstatic, recognizing that there's a gap in there for Isaac to slip into. Manx just takes the responsibility, and with the slowdown from Banana, you can kind of always delegate one player to hold in CT, because you know ultimately that's what Gamerlegion are waiting for. They're waiting for the backstab to come on through, see if it can find anything. That's nice. Really good round back in for Ecstatic. For them, though, it needs to be a more consistent basis. It can't just be like bit part rounds thrown in here and there, because otherwise you're never going to find a way back into the game.
Look towards Banana. Oh, Manx. 1 3/4. Kios low. Isaac even getting a tag, so he's done a brilliant job. And the nade finishes the job. Very nicely done. Look at these advantages, just earning it all. Getting space, earning frags, earning respect, I think, as Gamerlegion have just walked right into it. And they, well, pay the ultimate price.
Oh.
Very nice shot from Acor, but of course, always a response out of that CT side, and it's a 4 versus 2.
Yeah, looking good for Ecstatic. Really good discipline on Banana. It's the combination of just fighting forward with flashbangs initially. Isaac trying to get funky with it.
Show his moves, get up on the ledge while his teammate is.
No, we can spec him. No, okay.
No.
Well, Akor's gonna fall here, so now we can. Thinks better of it.
No more moves for us. Well, that's it.
That's a shame. But before he distracted me, I was talking about the fact that Ecstatic led leading with flashbangs in that round, and they're holding on to their grenades and incendiaries, and that's a cool variation. It's really risky, because if they fall, then they've wasted all that utility. It kind of just drops on the floor for nothing. But the fact that they lead with it, they don't progress too much further beyond the half wall, and then they follow up with your grenades, your incendiaries, keeping Gamerlegion back at bay. That was really cool.
There you go, Mr. B-Dog, running up the factual statements in the rounds. Go round, of course, number 7, 4-2. Gamerlegion, a little bit of a breather before they head into it, because while Isaac has $2,000 and an AK, nobody else can quite get on his level. We
I
go.
know you're a fan of pauses. I think this is actually a good time for one for
Really good.
Gamerlegion.
Really, really good.
Because you've lost consecutive. It's not really a discussion for how you're addressing this round. It's more for future-proofing. Taking 30 seconds now. It also gives you the round, or this one, just to kind of get some kills, make you feel a little bit more confident. Those odds are really in favor of Gamerlegion over at 1xBet.
Don't blame him. Nade towards Banana. Double of them, in fact. Kios probably like, damn, I just got hit by one of them, but thank God I'm alive. But here we go, right? This is like a pretty important round. I think if Ecstatic can find a third, yeah, start earning your cash, fellas. You know, make it look a little more promising. Get the ball rolling a bit, but of course, focusing on the near future. It's expected that that's going to happen, but Gamerlegion want to bounce back with a buy. Nice first shot. Or at least a bit of a tag. Salazar, okay, finally getting it done. It's Isaac that's able to find one with an AK mess spray. Means Acore now on the AWP, but no Kevlar. It's the aim punch that gives Kragan the opportunity to take him down. And the rest is in the history books.
Yeah, I don't think Imma can find a plant.
No, I mean, the gap is towards B, realistically, but Manx is there, got the M4 out. Imma, you can already see he's kind of like testing the waters a bit, jumping about, see what's going on. You know, what is the crack? But with Manx being so aggressive towards B, unless he hits the dink body shot of his life, not happening. And, well, the fact he's already spotted, done. Imma gone. It is 4-3, Ecstatic. Started to earn their place here on the CT side.
I think that's what was cool as well, is his Steam name is
Imma.
Imma.
That's meant to be said. It's not I am.
Yeah.
I know everyone says I am. Not true. Ask him. He'll tell you.
Imma.
Like Shuey. I know everyone. I heard someone call him Shuhei. Yeah. I don't know.
That's a Scrawny classic.
And Sui. Like people want to lean into this whole like Ronaldo meme. Sui. I don't know. I know Twitch chat's gonna love me mentioning that because that's all we're gonna see. But yeah. But yeah. Some of these names are pretty cool. I feel like mine's a bit boring compared to some of them on the side. Like Salazar, such a cool name, by the way.
Yours is fine. Mine's literally B-Dog. Like,
yeah, but that's just humorous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't change it now.
No. Committed.
HLTV and Liquipedia certified, mate. No switching it up. Kragan, there will be no switching it up. Yet again, it's utility that earning Ecstatic these advantages. It's another round that you give them the floor, and they perform.
I'm kind of worried about this, though, for them, because they've used a lot on Banana, and in actual fact, Salazar's the only real one with a full belt. Acor, Kios, creeping, crawling forward. This is dangerous, because Ecstatic have really got no information. Cabby can line up the flashbang, but that's going to be on contact. I don't think you expect Gamerlegion to be right here.
Oh, Max will now, though. That's the issue. But look at the just game knowledge from Kios. Spins back around, expecting the swing. Kragan gives up the sight. A smoke will be enough, basically, to block out the entirety of Ecstatic. Go for the boost. Acor will always be waiting. It's Isaac that picks it up. And a little bit of extra damage done. Max, 94. I think there was a nade that's lobbed through. Queenix also playing with fire as he stands on the other side of the smoke. Receives some spam. Him down to 23. And a couple of these players from Gamerlegion very, very low. But ultimately, numbers, that's what we're looking at. And Gamerlegion have the advantages. Make it 2 of them. Queenix against 3 and the lowest HP of the lot. But it's the biggest gun to take him down. Gamerlegion make it 5.
Yeah. Again, Gamerlegion have gone for this play into the site where it's very contact heavy. And we said it during the round that they're not going to expect that Ecstatic. There's always going to be sort of leading. You see, you know what executes are like. You lead with utility, then you go in with the manpower. Gamerlegion are doing it the other way around, and it is really messing with the internal timings in Ecstatic's head.
Yeah, I think Gamerlegion know how to play a fast round, and they know how to drain every single second out of one, right? Like, the discipline, instead of accelerating when they find these kills, is just take a step back, have a think, then take a step forward.
Oh. Good combination. No, it doesn't. Oh, what?
All right.
Keep your eye out. Oh, never mind. Imma on a swivel falls. Kragan's not ready for this smoke play. And Kios is walking around and deals with him. Actually, pulls the trigger immediately after Queenix falls. And Manx is normally the B player. But I guess with that boost, you kind of get an understanding that that's probably the only player there. Gamerlegion, this is going to be round number 6. Unless Manx has a hero moment. And he's got a lot of utility and a kit.
I'll tell you what, it's not a bad position to be in, but again, 1v2, AWP included for Acor. Fade. Takes him down, 1v1. What we're talking about, utility, and he even expects a double stack. That's, you know what, most people wouldn't. Unfortunately for Manx, it's not the case, but very intelligent. Smoke goes on top of the bomb, and he's straight on it. 5-second stick, Kios. You've got to get shooting through the smoke, fella. He does, and he just about makes it work. Half a second away, but Manx can't quite do it. AWP will be kept, but that is a nail-biter of a close. But Gamerlegion just hold on to make it 6.
Yeah, that one is so close. And look, the money is now dwindling away. For Ecstatic, they're going to reinvest in. Salazar's going to be back on the AWP, but you've got Famous and MP9s. That's your workaround. This looks once quite close, and it still potentially can be. However, I feel like this is destined to be a Gamerlegion round, especially given the purchase. Although I don't mind this. So much aggression in towards the apartments. Imma has to be very careful here.
Very much so. See this one heading south.
We're in north, mate.
Oh, could be going very much north then for Gamerlegion, if that's what you want me to say. If that's the go-to.
We're in North Europe.
Whatever, man. Just cast the round. I'm sick of it already.
Looks like it's going to be a flash thrown forward. For Ecstatic on Banana. There's a gap that Isaac might be able to exploit out long. Again, communication's good. Oh, but the peak from Salazar is actually to his detriment. Now Gamerlegion goes searching. Kios. Faking presence. There's still 3 players. He's kept everyone here. No? You want me to keep going? Okay, sure. Queenix.
No. Go, yeah. You've had it.
Fucking mini pit.
Oh dear.
Good shot. Oh, that's fine. It's just a trade. 3 versus 3 though,
Yeah.
and Ecstatic are quite close together.
Yeah, this is really promising, as you say, for Ecstatic, right? Like, sure, we haven't got any utility, no kits, no nothing, but group pack the group mentality, right? Pack yourselves up, do something. There is a late lurk through the smoke long. Problem is that boost read into. Cabby removed. Imma finding a double. Acor on the last. Job's good. 7-3. To be honest with you, Brandon, never would have expected that to happen. Gamerlegion in the 3v3 to find all the frags and not concede a player. Fair play to him. And yeah, looking on the up for certain. Look at this. Just elevated angle is so sick, as you say, from him. And just to be able to even recognize that and hit the shot as well as he did.
Oh, we got a new series. We can do crosshair check on the replays.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
What do you mean?
I was wondering if we could just look at the crosshairs and judge them.
Oh yeah, of course. Got to see what the crosshairs are being run, you know? To see what Acor's crosshair is. I know a lot of this, or for Isaac as well, I guess, right? Manx?
Good shot.
Whatever it is, it's working. Very, very nice shot to open things up, as you say.
And look at the reposition from Ecstatic. Everyone's coming over to A. And that's the right call. Really right read to make. Imma trying to go up and over. Will do on the trellising. Do with the molly. That's good. No, it's not. Queenix has got smoke. Although Shuey gets overwhelmed. Imma, Akel combine. And somehow they're surviving against the stack. How on earth do you walk into a 5-person bomb site and only lose 1 player?
I don't know. I do not know, mate. I mean, Gamerlegion will cherish and adore around like this. Look at Akel's crosshair. Ooh. Mate, it's the old joined up crosshair, you know? There's no gap in the middle like
That's
most players run.
boy.
It is. And the thing is as well, is like, depends if he's playing 4-3, 5-4 or native. Like, that crosshair looks very different on every account, obviously. But maybe I'll check Akel's settings. Maybe I'll just switch to Akel's view model. Right now, I'm running Nico's. Like, FaZe Nico's, that is. Or FaZe G2 Nico's. Hello. I was running Twists before that, as I said FaZe. Okay. Fair enough. 2 kills straight off the bat, Brandon. 8-3 might just become 4.
Certainly looks that way. Although Isaac fighting back. Swinging on in. Oh, no. Kraken's there. Imma. Now tasked with the 1v4. Can't quite manage it. Ecstatic, they do half the deficit. That was a really convincing round as well. It's crazy because the rounds that Ecstatic keep winning, it looks like they are in control. But inherently, it does always feel like Gamerlegion have the upper hand.
Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. The T side of Gamerlegion. I mean, look, you've got 8 rounds, Brandon. You know, let's not beat around the bush here. We've got 8 rounds. It's a good half, right? It's a good half for Gamerlegion, no matter the result. However, you kind of feel like they'd be a bit hard done by if they're to lose the rest and it goes 8-7. You'd feel maybe that the CT side maybe don't deserve all 7 rounds. Gamerlegion have been playing a good game of CS. Definitely the start of this round a bit sour. The double AWPs for Ecstatic, neither of which connecting, and Manx having taken a lot of frag damage. It's the HE down to 59 points of health. Goes in towards Apps as well. Smoke on long. Unbearable angle here for Manx because if he gets wide swung, got to adjust down. The boost happens, yeah, fair enough. Oh, the boost happens in the middle of nowhere, and he still finds it. Acor caught in the air, plucked out of the sky. Imma, I like this, starting to play on the fadeaway of the smoke. Checks out the close angle. Queenix trades a 4 versus 3. Problem is that's going to be alarm bells towards A. Isaac might just be in and about this angle to do some damage and actually pick up these rounds. And look at this, drops in. And, well, that's a frag, but the problem is Queenix, he's going to be summoned. The AWP, missed shot, Shuey, going to hit on the second time of asking. 25 seconds, bomb's going to be beckoned back around towards A. There's a real good chance here, Brandon, that Ecstatic going to concede a 9th.
Yeah, there is a chance, although... Can he deny the bomb? Maybe not.
Nah, I don't think so now. He needed to make that so quick if he wanted to.
Clark can be locked in. 3 versus 2. And given Manx's positioning, he's holding the AWP.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to. I'll just, every time you're like, oh yeah, Shuey gets that kill. And yet all I'm seeing on my screen is Dr. Amigo.
Yes. Bro, some of the Steam names you get, obviously for those at home maybe that aren't as clued up as us, Brandon, you can set your Steam names to whatever, but obviously at CCT the HUD is custom, so we set the names based on like your Steam account. So it doesn't matter what your Steam account's called, you're always going to be labeled, at least on the HUD and in the kill feed, as your actual nickname.
We normally ask if you can change it to your name, so when situations happen like that, it's easier for us and easier for you to see. Otherwise, we're just kind of looking at the mini map, figuring out who it is, and then calling off that. Yeah,
exactly. It's looking at the numbers, right? So yeah, bit of a meme, but fair play to Shuey, Dr. Amigo. I don't know. Any other funky names, Brandon, maybe you've seen in the past? I was just trying to think of some, but I don't not off the top of my head.
Well, Kios is called 999 at the moment, which in the UK is the emergency contact number.
Yeah, so like getting the police or like the fire or the ambulance or whatever.
Yeah, the ambulance.
It's like the 911, right, of America?
Yeah. Double apps, and it might just be completely mitigated. Ima might have a little bit of peek in here. Queenix. Oh, this is perfect for Queenix.
Acor
Drops
drops.
Acor. Yeah.
Dewey trades. Imma finding Queenix, though. It's a bit of a problem because, yeah, sure, while it was Ecstatic they made up the early numbers, they've got to get pushy. And it's Manx right through Banana, smoke towards short. Salazar starts to move in. The middleman of Imma caught out entirely. And now it's a 2 versus 3. Ecstatic have done very well to earn that position. The intuition from Manx, but the overextension might just be the end of his life, and it will be. A gap in his own smoke will be his demise. Shui trying to hold on from long as well. And, yeah, push comes to shove. Salazar missed shot.
Maybe you go B. You know there's a player library. You know there's a player apps. But that's exactly what Ecstatic are thinking. So by splitting the difference, by going really quiet, you don't expect them in long. That's really well played by Gamerlegion.
Double back on themselves. Kragan wanted to play the middleman, the best of both sides. He gets punished, penalized, his teammate at least, and now it's up to him, the big task of trying to make it another. Probably thinking in the back of his mind, well, do I have a look in, you know, what's the go? Do I actually send it? Well, already your efforts kind of cut in half, and Shui will end it all. It is 10-4. Gamerlegion, the start of this half of map number 1 has been nothing short of brilliant.
Yeah. Again on the replay. This, for me, that's what's lost in the round.
Yeah, that kill.
Because you don't need, you've got the bomb, you don't need to overextend there. There's no benefit, there's no reason. I understand Ecstatic are quite spread out thinly in terms of the defense, but if Manx just resets back up Banana, yeah, you lose sight of the bomb temporarily, but Gamerlegion is still going to be worried. Yeah, for me, that's the crucial kill that ultimately puts the round into Gamerlegion's favour. Now we've got 3 players for Ecstatic starting on Banana. Getting aggro. His Kios needs to be careful because there are players here. Manx is completely just running down Banana, hightailing it, and he gets the control.
Dewey runs right back through. Manx is caught out switching guns. Volley towards top car. Salazar will find a shot through it, and he did see Acor head in towards the Logs position. Problem is for him, he's not going to find himself a way out, or at least an easy one. Oh my word, Acor is so damn quick. Fires through. Kragan forced to swing out a little bit further. Oh, Acor, he's just so clean with it. 2 kills for him, both. I mean, in some regard, you'd argue nice shots to be hitting, but the fact that he's got the pace to hit the first, and then on top of that as well, just to connect onto Kragan, eyes it up, make sure he doesn't tag him through the wood. Brilliant. And now it's a 2v3. Yet again, Ecstatic go on the run, trying to earn these advantages back in their favor. And it's Cabby that slips in towards second middle, which, to be fair to him, he'll find perfect timing on this. Giggles in, finds the bomb carrier. Isaac gone. The AWP of Acor there for another. It's just Queenix left, and the bomb is just going to hightail it towards B.
Yeah, because Imma's in CT the whole time. Acor does manage to get past. Queenix going aggressive, trying to maybe deny the bomb. Has to be planted now, and it will. 1v2, Imma. Oh, gets caught with a nade out. And that's the opening that Queenix needed. Flashbang forward, it's good. Acor needs to hold strong. Tucked in towards new box. Queenix got a really good idea. He'll hold the peak, but Acor will hit the shot. Gamerlegion take 11 on the T side.
There you go. I don't know, Brandon. I'm a little bit disappointed in Ecstatic, but just as much as I'm disappointed in them, I'm very, very happy in terms of how well Gamerlegion played their T half. Because, you know, as I said, we've got to give praise to Gamerlegion because it's 11-4, you know. It's a brilliant scoreline.
Yeah.
But realistically, for Ecstatic, they should have been earning, and they very much could have been earning 6, 7 rounds.
Yeah, agreed with you. I feel like, yeah, we've also got to just add the caveats of, look, Gamerlegion have just won a Lisa. They're looking really good right now in the scene. They are a really good test for all of these tier 2 teams to see how they match up against, because Gamerlegion are the ones right on the periphery, in my opinion. They're the ones that kind of push the envelope in terms of progressing into a tier 1 team. If they had more regularly scheduled invites, that's why. They're looking to perform well in the upper echelons of tier 2. And I think they're a really good gatekeeper team. And Ecstatic, they qualified for Melbourne. They would have been fancying themselves here. 11-4, it's a dangerous scoreline, but it needs to just translate well with the pistol.
Nicely done. Very relevant kill to be getting, earning that advantage. The question is, how many more can they get? How does the attack compare? It's straight in towards the side, barreling towards CT. Queenix on the flank, but can't hit the broadside of the barn door. Max is going to fight Kios. Cabby finds Isaac. Shui still kicking. Oh, Shui with the double. Smoke in front of him, but it does start to fade away. The bomb plant will be stuck, but Shui knows, you know, instead of swinging out and trying to find the ace and trying to find the wonder round, it's better kept if he just keeps his life and allows his teammates to start rotating. And Cabby still tapping away with the P250. Emma still alive. Shui starts to swing forward, knowing that Cabby's in, and he does indeed find a double. Now it's all on Shui, needs the ace. Manx behind him did spot out the Glock, but the problem is so little time. And unfortunately for Shui, yeah, I was going to say 2 bullets, 1 bullet, has to reload on the next shot. Cabby's got him covered before he even thinks about it. 11-5, Ecstatic thrown a lifeline as they win out the pistol.
Yeah, what a really good round from Cabby. Just taking the fights, hitting the shots crucially needed. We can see it again on the replay. Phil Berettas get overwhelmed. You think the round's done here after Shui does this. But no, Cabby. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Then waits, buys his time, just runs down the clock perfectly in case he falls. Yeah, really good stuff. Deserved pistol win for Ecstatic.
In the start of this round, of course, for Gamerlegion, they go for a force buy, conventionally called. A-Core's kept 1250. Why, you may ask? Or that's going to be the highlight gun in the next. Cabby and A-Core just trading blow for blow right now, but of course, oh, I was going to say there's advantages for the T side, but they've been stripped right back from Shui's Deagle, blasting down 2 from behind. Problem is, he's such low HP. Kios is the other man in this clutch. On the other side of the map, got to get a bit of a sprint on to kind of help out his teammate, and Shui being low means a lot of weight on Kios' shoulders. Good damage done, but the problem is his teammate dropped and his position compromised.
Yeah, this is, well, what looked to be a recoverable situation for Gamerlegion. Well handled by Ecstatic. I don't think there's a kit. I think he gets a Galil and gets out, and yeah, exactly that. Well handled in the end. Very expensive, but at the same time, you're going up against a force buy, so it's not the end of the world. Gamerlegion, they might be thinking about going for this again. They know the money's quite low.
Definitely could be. Gonna get a very funky, I think, the future of this game kind of rests on the next couple of rounds. You know, this one, sure, eco. A-Core, take the full eco. Okay, never mind, take a P250. But keep your money for the AWP. Kios wants to try and earn some guns maybe for the CT side in this round by obviously bringing the Galil into the next. Benefit for the CT side is when you save, but you know, you don't get no dollars like you do on the T side when you save. So yeah, very funky stuff. Oh my word, A-Core through the smoke. So much damage done with a P250. And Kragan, let's see, spray with the AK. Does get the job done here, Brandon. There's a second man on site. Oh, Imma could have been going for more. Shuey going to be helping his teammate emerging through the smoke. Kios finds one. Salazar trades 1 versus 2. For an eco, I know it's not a conventional one, but it is. So much damage done here by the CT side.
Yeah, absolutely loads. Kios hasn't got the HP to contend for this. I reckon if he had more health, he might give it a look in. But makes more financial sense to not risk it. Carry the AK forward. Again, Ecstatic, they're winning these rounds out, sure, but the game is very close. The game is a grind for Ecstatic. They are getting the rounds on the board, sure, but remember, Gamerlegion haven't even had a rifle round yet. That's coming up next. Oh my god, Kraken lives on 2 HP.
The legend knows the numbers. This round, though, I mean, you can watch it back 100 times, Brandon, and I don't think there's any change in the result. Gamerlegion just pull off the quirky stuff, right? Like, you can simulate that scenario as many times as you want. The fact that there's a Galil, P250 is finding damage, all just kind of neatly ties itself together. AWP on Acor. There is one on for the T side as well. Maybe an oversight here, because I wouldn't have expected Ecstatic, you know, naturally, to have an AWP here, just because there's so much damage from the last. So Salazar will be a bit of a showman in this round. If he pulls up massive, yeah, could be owning it.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely could be an unknown factor. Good nades dropped in. Well, I say that, but I don't actually do any damage. Kios now being forced into the fight, and that is absolutely disgusting. But Manx lines them both up. Fully blind, he gets 2 kills.
Ollie towards under balcony, trying to displace more of these Gamerlegion players. Acor starts wandering in towards Banana. I mean, I like the idea of taking initiative, but that's such a rogue engagement. It's got to go his way. Manx doesn't move off the half wall. Acor, 1 bullet the difference, even if it is through the thick concrete wall that separates them.
Got no idea, and they're going to move back.
No clue. Oh, now he does, though. But Manx is just going to hit the shot anyways. Spots the AWP out, takes him down, accelerate towards B. Safe call for the rest of the Gamerlegion side. This is 8 on the board for Ecstatic. This is more like it. This is the Ecstatic we knew that would give Gamerlegion a run for their money.
Yeah, and despite Salazar not firing off an AWP bullet, well, you now know he's definitely got one, because they would have, in theory, picked up Acor's. So, damn. I'm seriously impressed. Ecstatic are playing a really good game. That banana control looked good for Gamerlegion, but they just lined up. And the swing on towards Acor was disgusting. From 11-4 to 11-8, Ecstatic win 4 in a row.
This is going to be a very opinionated piece from me now, Brandon, but I'm actually more inclined to believe Ecstatic are going to win map 1 now.
Oh, all right. I mean, we are still kind of in the middle-in portion.
Yeah, there's still a long way to go. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, an awful
But like,
long
how
way.
well Ecstatic just played that round, again, that was like a Shuey-esque round. Like, I was praising Gamerlegion for it on their T side. Like, instead of accelerating when they found these kills, right, Manx, instead of running in towards B, look, spots the arm of Acor. He waits like 30 seconds on that angle. And sure, it's a little bit of fortunate timing because you kind of do see the arm. And although the information goes both ways, the AK is more than likely going to beat the AWP there. The fact that they have the initiative and the brain to slow it down rather than to speed it up after getting 2 kills towards B, not a lot of teams will have that, man. They'll just send it in, and that's Acor finding Manx. That round plays so differently.
Yeah, I like this from Gamerlegion. Kios actually dropped Acor and AWP, but everyone's still keeping about 2,000-ish. And Acor and Kios have just found players at top banana. That's an AK.
Really nicely done.
He didn't scoop it. Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, Auday. This is the better site to be picking, guys, but you've already lost 2 of your players. Need to earn them back one way or another. It's a fast play in. Molly towards Big Pit. They're going to have to start moving these pieces about here, Gamerlegion. Cabby's going to get silenced. Isaac with a second. Queenix with 1. But Imma trades. And just as quick as I get on the hype train for Ecstatic, you kind of feel like Gamerlegion want to shut me up. It's a brilliant 12th. And, well, money, it's not good for the T side whatsoever.
I feel like it's also an issue that Manx is top of the board for Ecstatic. Because he's the IGL. He's not the player you really look to. It was an issue that Movistar Riders were having a lot back in the online period, where Alex was the highest rated player for like 4 months, which is really not sustainable.
Yeah.
Manx, don't get me wrong, having a great game, but your next highest performer is Cabby on 11. Really good util now. Funnels them straight in.
Oh, nice. Real nice. As you say, like, it's such a perfect Molotov. An inch deeper, they just sit a half-warm weight. An inch shallower, they probably run back, not forward. So nice.
And they catch the other nade on the way out.
Yeah. Eating all the lead right now. The T-side splash zone, Brandon.
I hate to see it. I was thinking about that the other day. It's going to take so long to try and integrate that into people's vocab. Like, I want to get to a point on the CCT cast where I can just say it and people understand. What is this flash?
Oh, is this a right-click flash?
I don't know.
Like a jump right-click?
I want to
that's
watch
definitely
it.
not a left-click.
Please, can we have a look? Oh, no, he's not
Oh,
throwing
he's not even... Yeah, look,
Okay.
it's just... All right. Maybe it was a jump left-click flash to get
Maybe.
to short. Like, it's like a short pop flash. I don't know. Anyway, Isaac, you've got a lot to do, my friend. While Blind just fires through, the Molotov helps him out. Imma finding a second. And now it's just Cabby, 1 versus 3. Does drop the initial site defense. Bomb needs to be picked up. You still haven't picked it up, mate. You've got to go back in for that. And still haven't picked it up. Now he will. 10 seconds left. Get onto the site. Get the plant going. And just took too long to do everything. Cabby didn't pick up the C4 in his initial site cross. And that's the end of it all.
Yeah. That's a bit of an Orky Momo. Did it again on the replay here. I mean, it was good cover by Imma. And then Kios picks up Cabby because he just takes a while to get to the site. 13 rounds, plays 8. No money for Ecstatic. You can presume that Gamerlegion will elevate themselves up to 14. Looking really good on their map pick.
Oh, now confidence brimming for Imma. Understanding money's going to be more or less shot to pieces here. T-side down to the basics. Now down to 4. Nade. Could have been well placed. They were expecting them to get up onto balcony just a tad sooner. Not going to be the case. Oh, the shot from Acor, finding Manx a second as well. Imma the third. Cabby trades with the Glock. Fair enough, picks up an AWP as well. Pre-fires. So weird. I don't know what it is. It's just some HUD bug. Maybe in CS where the guns don't move.
It's only on Cabby's POV.
Mate, it's so weird. Watching an AWP shoot and it doesn't move. It's like strange. I don't know how to explain. Just weird. But anyway, 14 on the board for Gamerlegion. 2 away from 16. 2 away from winning this one out.
Yeah, that one's always as expected. Kios got a pretty cool crosshair too. People play better with like these little small crosshairs. I don't know. That's what I've noticed.
B-Dog.
Battle for banana. Again.
In fact, mate.
Oh my god, Imma. Oh, I was going to say, that's so aggressive, but he gets caught off guard by Manx. He's just trying to, like, strafe away. Acor's found Kragan, though, in the meantime. Even playing field.
Definitely.
Oh,
4v4,
no.
Isaac. Oh, Isaac. He's going to let them all run by, and he goes with him. Nice shot. I'm surprised he isn't more vocal on the short push, but Shuey more than prepped for that one. Now it's Queenix. 1 versus 3. Smoke goes in. Flash goes out. Kios just finds him straight through it. 15-8. Map point, Gamerlegion. Mate, as soon as I said Ecstatic, better chance than Gamerlegion, All went south.
It's a CC. Caster's Curse. How dare you? A shot from Chaos. Here's the buy. Needed to win to keep Ecstatic just alive in the map alone. But when your best gun is a Galil, it always feels unlikely.
Nicely done. Keels finds the opening frag, pulls out a nade, wants to help his teammate. It'll be good. Should be finding another. 2 versus 5. Ecstatic. I don't even think they're going to find a 9th. I think this one's all but done. Salazar, Queenix, a lot to do between them. Unfortunately, the weaponry to do it with is horrific.
Yeah. Now we look ahead to Nuke, and again, that's another good map for Gamerlegion. And you take a look at the kills, you take a look down the list of the Gamerlegion players, everyone is pretty much even. Which is honestly probably worst case scenario for Ecstatic. About to walk into it. And it's basically done. Just Queenix remaining. Imma holding, Imma securing. Gamerlegion will take map 1 at 16 rounds to 8.
Brilliantly taken care of. Can't argue with it, right? Ecstatic with a fairly decent start, but yeah, the C side just couldn't get the ball rolling here. Brandon, very nice from Imma to close up shop as well. And yeah, we'll wheel it into map 2 with a little less confidence in the Ecstatic side. Of course, that was the Gamerlegion pick, so we're not expecting like the absolute world out of them here, Brandon. You know, like naturally in a BO3, you're always going to lose your opposition's map pick. But we head on to Nuke, CT-sided map. We've just seen Gamerlegion pull off an absolute cooler on the CT side of map 1. And not to mention Gamerlegion's history on this map. You know, the last 2 games they've played, Partizan and Movistar Riders beaten both 16-10. For obviously Ecstatic, they've played it many more times. They've played it 20 of them, but not quite the same quality of opposition. So, I don't know, Brandon. I kind of sit on the fence a little bit more. It's the whole quality over quantity argument. Well, we'll see how it goes, right? That's what we're here for. We'll be heading to a 10 or so minute break. When we're back, it's Nuke, it's map 2, and it's Ecstatic's last chance to try and secure a quarterfinal spot. Can they get it done? We'll find out after this.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-Bet.
Are you sick of just opening cases? Join the events! At each event, you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault. And the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Welcome back, you legends. Map 2, Ecstatic Gamerlegion. It's Nuke. It's Ecstatic's pick and their last chance to stay in the playoff stage here. Of course, Brandon on North Europe. Otherwise, done. Finished. Out of the tournament. 0-1. Currently in the BO3, so looking to turn things right back around.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start. Explosive for Ecstatic. They've made their way down towards B. They've got Shuey to deal with by single door. Well, in actual fact, there's a lot of Gamerlegion players on the quick rotate. Dewey tucked into the corner, gets immediately traded out. Immer on the dual Berettas, though, has found two.
Now down to 2 for Ecstatic. Salazar gets dropped by Immer's Julie's Acor with the last. And Gamerlegion have themselves the win. You can see the kit there. Okay, does go and get picked up. There you go. See, intelligent. Isaac sticks it anyway. He's like, yeah, Immer, go play fetch, mate. I'll take the defuse though. And there you go. Ecstatic won. Well, got a bomb plant. Didn't win the round. I was going to say 0-1, but I'd started with 1. So Gamerlegion 1-0.
Yes, sir. And with the bomb plant, that normally kind of would incentivize Ecstatic to force in, and that's exactly what happens. You've got Manx on the Galil. Couple of Galils entering the server. I like it. Ecstatic, let's see what they can bring to the table. Oh, 5 Galils. That's light on utility.
Yes. For a map like Nuke as well, I feel like an investment like this is actually like inexcusable. Don't know about you, my friend, but you know,
Well,
HEs and smokes and all sorts. I guess maybe just taking fights and winning them is apparently how you win.
So it looks like the smokes for main. That's the consideration, and then everyone else tries to wrap outside. You can see that the Gamerlegion are just subjected to the A-bomb site, although Isaac has made it down the vent. Cabby with the bomb, and this push from Immer could really unsettle things. Oh no, he's gone down the vent as well.
Minute left, still so much time to work with. Quite understanding as to what Ecstatic are getting up to. Cabby
Oh, no.
heading towards ramp. is quite possibly, Brandon, the worst thing you can see for this T side because they are heading into the stack. Of course, one player sort of sitting around the vents. Isaac's in control room. Noise is being made. He's not peaked. He's not shown himself one bit. Well, now, Queenix has got him covered, though. Really nice start. Kragan finds the second. And Ecstatic lose the pistol, win the follow-up.
Perfect. And yeah, you're right. It wasn't the right idea initially to walk down into B, but at the end of the day, you've got everyone there. You've got 3 players ready to trade. Spacing is good from Ecstatic, and they believe in where they want to go. And that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter whether the call is technically right or technically wrong in that moment. The fact that everyone is sticking together with the game plan, everyone's on the same page, gets you over the line. And Ecstatic taking a pause now to think about, well, are Gamerlegion going to invest back in? The answer should be yes, because they are on first stage loss bonus, and that's normally what happens. They're taking 30 seconds to make sure they don't lose this round and get into a situation where just go back and forth for a period of time.
Yeah. Interesting to see the pick and mix of pistols yet again. Acor got the brain screwed on, so you see obviously everyone's going for the buys and what have you, but actually he's keeping $1,400 and he's playing basically just USP full save. Oh! My word, Shuey! That's disgusting. Acor finds one with a USP. I was just talking about how much of a mean buy this is and how little Gamerlegion might get out of this round, specifically the USP. And then shots. Gamerlegion force Ecstatic down to 1. And while the force fire wars looked over, maybe they've only just begun. 3-player swing. Kios finds the closer. What a sick double deagle from Shuey. And what a sick assortment of frags. Gamerlegion 2, Ecstatic 1.
We got a replay on that? Like, my God. That's like 2 quick shots.
The Shuey double deagle, I think, was just bang, bang, and just both of them happened.
Wham,
Please.
bam. Thank you, Ecstatic.
That was unreal.
And that is worst case. They even took a pause to address the situation. To make sure something like that didn't happen. And the fact that Acor gets a kill there on the USP is just salt in the wound, honestly. Isaac, letting them all run by.
Part of him, though, to get in the smoke, because he can make sure where the noise is going, right? Like, if it's going from what feels like from his brain to his left ear, he knows that they're going to be moving down the vent. So you can already see Keel's right position, right place. And there you go, right? I guess bomb plant, cool beans. You know, that was kind of expected with a vent dive, that as soon as you get down to lower, that's the threat that you're under. Now it's just about making the retake stick. Let the plane land, as they say for Gamerlegion. Gotta be careful. Manx up close to the Tech 9. Wings out. There's 1. There's nearly 2. Isaac will trade out just about. Still at 4v4. Half the clock's already ticked. Yeah. Imma finding Salazar. Queenix fires back for another. The dark play is cleared. The last person towards double. Kragan trying to fight for his life. That he will. Gotta get on it. And they are indeed securing the defuse. It's just about done. But again, way too close for comfort. Gamerlegion 3-1, but 3 casualties plus a bomb plant. Ecstatic might even be inclined to go again.
No.
Honestly, they might. They might think about it.
That's not the right call.
It probably wouldn't be, but they might be thinking, you know, Mac 10's Rush A. Money's not going to be amazing for Gamerlegion.
You can buy to 2K, that's it. Yep, they'll take the half measure.
Fair enough.
It is the right decision. Gamerlegion poised to take 4 then. And then we do have to wait to round number 6, but finally we get a full gun round. And that is painful to say, to be honest, if you're Ecstatic. Because we normally look for about 6 rounds on Nuke. The fact that it's been 6 rounds before you can get your full rifles is quite scary. Isaac has got the new A4. Does look cool. Cabby. Mowed down. Wow. Even the follow-up. Absolutely perfect from Isaac.
finding even more damage as well. Heos is going to here to assist. I know not for the immediate trade, but if they continue to push out on towards site, Keos has got this one absolutely covered. Manx might even think about sliding up the vents and head back in towards Ace because of Kragan's position. But again, Gamerlegion give up the site, but they've got lobby control. So they know, really, there's only one direction that Ecstatic can come from, and two.
Yeah, look at Imma.
Waiting for it.
And that's now confirmed with Kragan overwhelming. Does find Acor, but Imma deals with the vent play. So now it just is Kragan. That's a good shot. But can't find the adjustment on towards Shui. Gamerlegion recover. And then we'll get the AWP at the end. There we go. But here's what I'm excited for, Ryan.
Hit me.
Gun round.
Done. Is that, mate?
Bosh.
Round 6. Zibosh. The point. I didn't see Twitch chat when I said Sue.
That's right. You can go look back later.
I'll have a little check-up. Round 6, Mr. B-Dog. 4-1.
This is
Massive
aggressive.
opportunity. Ecstatic needs to get it going. But look at the dots on the mini-map. As you say, CT side. Quite an aggressive stance on ramp. We've got, obviously, the outside push. There's 2 players here. There's one towards main. Like, this is pretty aggressive. This is, like, pretty in-your-face CS.
Ecstatic, this is the perfect moment to go away. Imma. Oh, full blind. Can't deal with them, but Isaac lines up too. That's perfect. Kragan might find Shui. Cabby's got control of the site though, but look at Keos worming his way through. Cabby doesn't adjust in time, but Salazar will. 2 versus 2, but Acor's nearly burning alive.
Flash goes back in, wanting to take the fights. Isaac gets dropped by Kragan, now down to 1, now down to Acor. His position spotted, and he knows 20 points of health. As soon as you fire off once, you've got to get out of dodge. You've got to call it quits. That he shall. It will be 4-2, so a second on the board here. Ecstatic's T side starting to come into gear a little bit more, you know, starting to take a little bit more shape, take a little more character. Only a couple of players surviving. It's a handful of guns that are saved into the next, but it's a handful of guns that Gamerlegion won't have because their money hits rock bottom.
Yes, at the same time, though, that was Ecstatic taking advantage. Not that they knew, but Gamerlegion were really out of position on A. It was the perfect time to call that execute. Comes in perfectly. Keos will only find 1 on his Heaven Lurk. And from there, well, Ecstatic just completely crunched upon the bomb site. Really well worked. Rifles come into play. They get around on the board. What's next for Gamerlegion? Probably just has to be a partial. Or nothing at all. Just Acor on the AWP.
I don't think the loss bonus is strong enough to do this. Peek out, Kragan finding Acor straight down the vent as well. That was the AWP gone. Oh, and look at that play from Kragan. Drops his gun in the vent, slides back up, presses E, takes the AWP, drops it back down. Now, my friends, you have to go and play the game of fetch, not me. Try and earn it back. Isaac and Keos go looking. Both players gone. And Kragan lobs it further away.
Yeah, looking good.
So smart, man. So smart.
True, not even finding anything. Imma, where are you off to, mate? Maybe trying to find the silo player. This has become a lot more meta. You kind of leave one player up silo to deal with rotates from outside, transition into secret. Yeah. So maybe Imma knows this. However, the timing. Oh, that is rough. But Queenix will find him at the very end. All right, Ecstatic, I see you. I notice you. You're doing well. And you're right. I mean, the loss bonus, it kind of supports the majority. Shui gets relegated down to an MP9. But apart from that, Evolution can buy. It's just lacking a little bit of util.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't expect it to look this good for the CT side of Gamerlegion, right? Like, I actually thought it was going to be a little worse than this. Like, a little rough around the edges. Not a great situation. As you said, a little bit of a setback, but actually the guns pretty decent. See if that's gonna change the round here or change the trajectory of this half. As so far, Gamerlegion start things on the right foot. Acor and Imma both finding kills respectively. Imma getting caught out by the vent player. It does actually land a dink onto Queenix, and Molly does go down. It's a lot of damage done. Molly goes in towards the closed vent. Isaac swinging out already, and well, does get penalized by the Galil. 2 versus 3 now, but the nade well placed from Shuey should just be all the rest of it falling into place. And there we go. I think it's going to be 5-3.
Oh. Salazar diving, ducking, trying to dodge. Pretty knife. But won't be a pretty end to the round for him. Double AWP. No. Nearly. But not quite.
Round 9. 5-3. I think it's safe to say, Brandon, you know, at this point in time, Ecstatic definitely need to earn their way back into this game. CT side of Nuke, I think, for Gamerlegion has been very hot and cold, though. So, as much as I'm sitting here and saying, you know, like, start's pretty decent, Ecstatic, you know, you're only 2 rounds down. T side of Nuke, it's still pretty promising stuff. He caught having a peek. Oh, timing. Silo drop happens as he checks the left side. He keels on the crack angle. It's kind of like the pixel angle on Coffins, on Banana. As well with the cross smokes towards outside. He's going to get a little bit of a tag. So some information given away here.
Yep, that means that the ramp smoke comes in. And Kioz now has to deal with the ramp play. Where's Shuey? Is he pushing in radio? I'm gonna work that one out. Yeah, looks like it. Another smoke. Oh.
That?
It looked one-way-y.
Definitely wasn't, though.
No.
Definitely wasn't.
For sure. Was not. Queenix holding. Imma. Shoulder. Baited out. Isaac only goes 1 for 1. Now they can slide back up the vent. Now they can plant A.
Manx is already here as well. Orp's going to start moving forward. Acor, do you expect this? Well, unfortunately, my friend, you're not even going to get to have a look because the molly will signify the end of this one. Should be 5-4 now. Ecstatic. Yeah, fair play to you, lads. Starting to earn yourself some respect here on the T side. Doing a lot better than I thought they were going to do to begin with.
Yeah.
Especially after they lost the force buy. I thought it was just going to be a whitewash like we saw Monty against Harvu earlier. But instead, no. Some serious stuff being put up now as we have a look, of course, the near future. It should just be money. I mean, it's interesting for Gamerlegion because they've lost this round. Acor might just have enough to drop across. Isaac maybe on a FAMAS and a bit of util, or like a really stripped back M4 buy. Either way, it's just not a pretty sight to be seeing. And oh, not even that, like the loss bonus, I forgot it's 1 stage. So this should be a force. Naturally, everyone forces. Acor keeps 2K.
I like this from Ecstatic.
Wow, Acor actually 4 buys.
Okay.
I thought he would have just kept money for the AWP. Maybe he's a believer that he can save it twice. But other than that, like if he doesn't save one, you won't be getting one. Unless he gets a knife kill.
Great nade. That is a
Wow.
fantastic nade.
Such good timing.
Acor. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Sure. That's aggressive. Queenix now going up and over the silo, trying to respond. Not quite. Acor's actually just in the vent. Waiting for a drop. Oh. Thinks better of it. In actual fact, there is one. I don't think he's ready for it. I don't think he's heard it. Oh, this is big from Kragan.
Oh, but he doesn't check. Oh, it's all a game of cat and mouse. Kragan's holding the vent rotate. He'll be telling his team, guys, come secret. Like, it's clear. This is the only place he hasn't checked.
No
To be fair,
way.
Acor, even if he finds one, it should just be a trade out. Manx now finding Isaac towards main. Might hold the troops all the way back up. Shui's going to find Manx. Switches out. Shui caught out, but Imma on the 5-7, waiting, drops the bomb. And the AWP starts sliding up as well. Acor's trying to hit the shot on the vent. Not going to happen as the M4 slides up as well. And a force buy for Gamerlegion, leaving Salazar against 2. 45 seconds. know that the AWP's in the vents, so has to move his way back around towards lobby, and Kios gives him all the space in the world because the man moves back in towards ramp.
Yeah, this is interesting. He's heard that molly.
Brilliant.
Perfectly done by Kios. This is going to be the round. Bomb planted, sure, but the round belongs to Gamerlegion.
That's sick. That is... Honestly, that's one that I'd probably go back in the demo watcher, Brandon, and have a look back through as to like how that's just happened. But one big misplay from... What was it? Kragan in the vents? Like, to be fair, he's having a great game, by the way. 12 and 6 in 10 rounds is exceptional. But, you know, if he checks the entirety of Secret, right? Like, the AWP dies, they just rush B, and they win the round. But the fact that they find one towards main gives them the incentive to wrap, and then they just get caught in a massive crossfire between all these different pieces. Acor sliding up the vents and going for no scopes with the AWP just tells them, yeah, you didn't clear me properly. Unlucky. Towards ramp. Looking pretty good for the bomb carrier. Ecstatic. In early pressure here, Brandon. I think that's certainly the case. And to have a good look in. Chewy finds the first. Blinded up. No trade, though. And look at this. Cabby, 4 points of health. They've been hit by all sorts towards ramp. Or maybe they give up the ramp control. But look who is waiting. Mr. Acor on the AWP. He'll find Manx, smokes behind him as well, just to try and block off some of that vision and then devise the idea of a push. Double swing, not gonna happen. Bomb coughed up. He's got a chance to hit another player, and he does. Of course he does. The AWP finds a triple shoe. He's double, a full house as Gamerlegion, 7-4.
How has this turned from, what, 5-4 to 7-4 in a blink of an eye? Ecstatic, it looked like they were right on the edge of bringing some rounds back into their favor, but when Acor does this, it is just incredible. That second shot is disgusting on towards Salazar. And it has to be an eco. This should be an 8th round for Gamerlegion.
Brilliant. I was going to say, Kios Deagle, the nade of Acor will finish the job. I thought he was going to bring it all out and go for the ace. Instead, now it's just Cabby. He's already made all the noise in the world. I don't know why everyone's looking everywhere but there. Guys, he main dropped. Like, surely that's going to be picked up upon. Acor certainly will know about it now. And, yeah, of course, Eco Warrior, Mr. Acor wants another. Makes it 10 for him. 8 on the board for Gamerlegion. CT side starting to open up the gap.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, there's still potential. There really is still potential for Ecstatic to build back in, but that's just so unfortunate. I feel like they have missed an opportunity. That round where it goes into the 1 versus 2, and Kios gets the final kill from the top rafters walking out of A. That round should have been Ecstatic's, in my opinion. And they could have started to snowball it. I'm worried that they might have just run out of momentum just a little bit now. Especially with Acor taking liberties like this. Phoenix Falls.
Not a great start. Gamerlegion, I think, really starting to earn the respect here of Ecstatic. Nothing really working out. Acor trying to do equal damage. Both players walking away with around half. Cabby getting tagged up as well. It's not looking good right now for the Danes. So much damage done. Sure, no casualties for either side. Acor's 3 points of health. Isaac 58, Shuey 74. But look at the other side. Max 31, now 2. Cabby 37. It's all very low, all very tantalizing. For Imma, he'll take a fight with anyone. And he's looking to win out onto Kragan as well. Cabby finding Kios 2 versus 3. A very scrappy round. And an angle goes unchecked, means Cabby's life gone. Acor sits in the vents. Salazar hits it while falling. And now there's a chance he can head in towards B.
There's a chance, but he needs to get past Shuey. It's a bit of a messy engagement from both of them. Even throws a smoke on Salazar. Alright. This gets a little bit weird. Salazar repositioning, tries transitioning towards Dark. Spotted out again by Shuey. Through the double doors he goes, but Imma, all this time, has somehow crept into control. I didn't even see how he did that. But more importantly, neither did Salazar. Gamerlegion will get 9.
There you go. 9-4. Bomb plant, couple of kills. It's decent, Brandon. 4-round loss bonus as well for Ecstatic means on the edge of maybe going for a buy. They do indeed. But again, utility is going to be quite low.
Yeah.
Brandon, you know,
Hello.
I'd argue in this couple, you know, us two, I'm the play-by-play, you're the color.
Yeah.
I want your insightful opinion. How do Ecstatic make it 6? What's the gap, do you reckon, in the defensive Gamerlegion?
Put outside smokes down, fake over there, and then go ramp. Because you've been finding space out towards ramp, and you've been kind of attacking outside quite a lot.
All right.
And I feel like if you put enough presence down, you're going to buy rotate. Shui's going to make his way down the vent now, potentially, and then start to lock up Secret. If you're Ecstatic, you now then transition in. You push Kios off the angle. You can do deep flashes over in towards ramp. That's where I would hedge my bets.
There you go, guys. Just listen to the B-Dog. Do what he says, and you'll win.
If they do it and it works, I'm a genius. If they do it and it doesn't, then I don't want to hear it.
Fair enough. Mate, I only asked for a suggestion, you know? It's
That's
not,
true.
It's not,
That's true.
no, it doesn't mean it's going to work.
It looks like they're gearing up for an A play.
Yeah. Well, they are indeed going for an A play exactly. Isaac, oh, he gets tagged up by the molly. Did they expect him? Oh, it's a complete oversight from the Ecstatic boys. Gamerlegion, just have a look in. They crumble under the pressure. The AWP of Acor finding Cabby, and it's just Salazar left. 1v3, bomb in the middle of no man's land. Dr. Amigo in the vents, Mr. Shuey baiting him out all the while. Chaos swings in from heaven, finds the backstab. Double digit CT side up to 10.
Yeah.
One more till half time. A play was not the one. They walk into the stack and they get punished.
That would have worked. Like, I feel like that would have worked if they went ramp, because Shuey was pulled off the rotation. They had Cabby down Secret.
Yeah, it's true.
And the majority of the players were in A. Not that they know that, of course. We know that. We get that luxury. Yeah. For Ecstatic, again, it looks like they're going to just try the A play. Flashbang's initially quite good, but Kraken's just gone on his own. Vent dive. Vent has dove. Suddenly, Salazar just gets removed, as too does pretty much the rest of Ecstatic. So low, both Cabby and Queenix. Bomb will be punched in, sure, but there's nades, there's incendiaries. You need to isolate these gunfights, and well, Imma has dealt with Cabby, and Queenix is so low. One-way smoke completely dispatched.
That's 11. 5 away, Gamerlegion. I would argue a pistol round away as well from winning this series. Usal of the bomb, the end of the half, and it does indeed fall in favor of this Gamerlegion side massively as well. Loving it. Dr. Amigo, 999, Imma, all funky names. That was a sick shot, but that was from a few rounds ago. I was going to say we were watching the last, and yeah, there you go. The big man on your screen right now, Mr. Imma. He's done brilliantly, Brandon. I don't think there's any denial. You know, I'd argue for Gamerlegion, I don't think there is a star man. That's the power that this roster has. Is like everyone has their moments. Like Shuey is an IGL. I mean, technically bottom of the score sheets, he's positive. Isaac, probably second bottom. Sure, he's negative. But look at this, right? You've got 15 kills on Imma. You've got 13 on Kios and Acor. Like, all just falls into place. Everyone's playing good CS. And that's what the power is for Gamerlegion. That's why, arguably, they are one of the most, if not the most consistent Tier 2 team.
Yeah.
Just, they are so good. You can rely on any piece of this puzzle.
Yeah, agreed. And that's what I was saying coming out of Inferno. I was like, it's so dangerous. You look at this score sheet, and the fact that everyone's performing well for Gamerlegion is such a terrifying prospect. Shui's just fallen off the silo and broken both of his ankles, but somehow is still in the main smoke. And he's just walked right past Cabby. How are these kills coming in so quick? Look at that. A sea of orange for Gamerlegion. It's just Salazar and Manx left. Manx trying his best, but inherently he's just in the open. Salazar, low HP, completely dispatched. Gamerlegion take 12.
That is unreal. Fair play to him. I mean, as you say, the fact that Shui, right, drops off of, what was it, silo all the way down, right, onto the ground floor of outside, like onto the concrete, breaks both of his legs, probably, you know, absolutely outrageously painful. And then he just flings himself through the main smoke. Rest is history. Gets a kill. Everyone else just finds success. Done. All right. Cool, I guess. Round 17, Imma starts things off yet again for Gamerlegion. Salazar gone.
Look at all the space the Gamerlegion have just everywhere. Group in, walk in as a collective. All the way down. Rambakel can just lock in the lobby push. Imma's here as well. Yeah, this feels quite nice. And,
oh dear.
That's the bomb. That's the
that
bomb
is
on top of the box. I mean, that's fine. You can jump and grab it, but it's still a pain.
Go fetch.
I don't think they know. I don't think Max is aware that Kios is there.
Yeah. Oh, Imma, look at this. Flashbang. Cabby turns. Double swing. Acor first. Imma second. Both players will fall to the MP9. It's now really the weight on Kios' shoulders. Got to find Cabby. Play the 1 versus 2 nicely. Cabby is dancing around and he does even more damage.
What is going
Isaac,
on?
go fetch the bomb, mate. Oh, wait. They actually have to boost to get it.
No,
Do
they
they?
don't. No.
No, mind. Sorry, I'm completely missed off the HUD. But
this is
Queenix sits and waits. Both players committing towards lower as well. This is scary. Sometimes up on top of the chair.
Oh.
Be pushing all the buttons. Anyone checking? The answer is
looks
no.
like it. Yeah. Look at Kios. He's worried about it.
He will now. And there you have it. It's 13 on the board for Gamerlegion. Just about hold on. Shui getting funky, my friend. Going for knives. Going for the trolls. You know, everything. He's trying his best.
And amazingly, that nearly froze the whole round for
Nearly.
Gamerlegion.
Very nearly.
Very, very nearly. But not quite. That was investment as well for Ecstatic. Looks like they're going to save. Give themselves a gun round, but it might just be the only gun round of this second half.
Round 18. Eco for Ecstatic. I don't think they'll be very ecstatic about that one. There you go, Brandon. Got to get it out once. But gotta have a go at it, right? That's all that matters. But ultimately, I think it's kind of the beginning of the end, isn't it? Like as soon as you lose the force buy round, you kind of know it's just now how many rounds do Ecstatic get to make it look a little less embarrassing, you know?
Heel's been a team player, by the way, getting a USP only, just so he can get an AWP for Acor, and yet he's found 2 kills.
Just that easy, mate. Just that easy. A bit of a spam. Hello, Cabby.
Nice shot.
Yeah, decent. Acor. Next up. Nope, never mind. No one next up. Imma.
What are you doing?
I don't know about that play. I don't know about that play.
Heels is dead.
Oh, Cabby's hitting shots with a D, to be fair to him. Any more? Oh, what the hell was that from Cabby? Fair play to the fella. He's just found 4. Very, very nicely done. Doesn't mean a round win, but Gamerlegion certainly suffering. Pay a pretty hefty price. Fair play. Fair play, Cabby.
Yeah, that was
Sick.
unreal. Yeah, that was really good. And also expensive. Already seen a 1v5 this week. Imagine if that came through. Oh my god.
That would have been I don't think he'd have enough time to defuse the bomb, though. That's, like, the big issue.
Yeah, but still.
But, like, that would have been, like, actually, probably one of the sickest Eagle rounds I'd have seen, maybe, like, this half of the year. If not the whole year. Queenix finds one, Cabby the second, bomb coughed up into the open. Acor will find the trade. Molly goes in towards closed vents. Queenix becomes unblind, and unfortunately, forced out of the Molly. Imma.
He still gets the kill.
He does find one, but you are right. Queenix survives. 22 points of health. Imma and Kios with the clutch. 2 between them found already. 1 more to go. It's the flank from Queenix. Should know roughly whereabouts, and Kios hits the shot. 15-4. Map and series point. Gamerlegion. One-way ticket to the quarterfinals.
Unreal. How sick is this from Gamerlegion? We've already seen a blowout on Nuke in the first best of 3. Monte versus Harvu. Now it looks to be quite similar, because Gamerlegion got 11 series points. The fact they recover this as well, by the way, is pretty impressive. Ecstatic crawl together everything they can afford, but the buy, it's prioritizing your weaponry over your utility. Salazar, well, in fact, the entire Ecstatic squad crunch lobby, and they find all the success. Imma versus 5, and well, 4 of them win.
15-5. Comeback is on. No, no.
It's happening.
Yeah, oh my god, it's happening. No, this is a pretty sick round. Like, you can tell Ecstatic, you know, for a lack of words, they don't give a damn. They were just kind of like, yeah, send it. Let's have fun. Let's push lobby. Let's get in the faces a little bit. Let's be a bit disrespectful. It's the last buy of the game. We have nothing to lose. Actually, not Gamerlegion completely off of the rifles. I mean, Acor's bought one. That doesn't mean everyone else can, you know. Shui's on a Mac 10, Isaac's on a Galil, Imma on a Galil, Kios the Eagle. Not great. It's not great at all for this T side. So actually, there's a chance Ecstatic can make it, you know, 7, 8, 9 rounds, you know, around that ballpark. Make map 2 a little more respectable.
Yeah. Acor buys, take a pause. Like, Acor, what are you doing, man? Like, come on. Well, in actual fact, he's going to be the hero that Gamerlegion need. Hero AK. How many kills is it going to get? Right? Guess now. I'm going to say 2.
I was going to say 1, so...
We will see.
I reckon he kills 1, trades, like gets traded, and then someone else picks up his gun and absolutely owns.
Okay. I think it should just be an Ecstatic round.
Could be.
That's a great kill. There's one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's true. And there goes the idea of me saying, oh, he gets traded, someone else picks it up. There's still a chance that, you know, he dies and someone else, but, you know. Imagine if it did.
Don't overstep Ecstatic.
Yeah, let's not send it all in here. Let's not not go chasing the man disadvantage. Salazar missed shots. Not ideal. Oh, it's a bit of a boost.
Nice shot.
Oh, wow. Brilliant shot out of Salazar.
Ramp's open.
Thank you.
That's the bomb plant.
Take as well, and for a team that doesn't have much in it, it's not going to be ideal. Very nicely done from Manx to find Shui. Now down to 3. As you say, now, you know, make the next move. Ecstatic, that's what Gamerlegion will be saying. We're waiting for you. Come and get some. And that they shall. It's a nice kill from Acor. Kios a second. 2v2. Acor found the 2 that you asked for, Brandon. The question is, will the other 3 be found between them? Kios on a Glock. It's not pretty. Bomb still ticking away. P250. Isaac's found another. And it's all down to Queenix. 1v1 to keep them in. It does tag him up. It's a 5-second defuse, and he'll continue to stick. No stopping him. Brings out the knife, picks up an AK, closes the doors, wants nothing to do with it. Round over. Will find the kill as well. So Ecstatic lose all the players, but they do indeed find a 6th.
That is just so expensive, though.
Way too expensive. You're right.
And he did get 2 kills.
Yeah. Well done, Brandon. What do you want? A medal?
Yeah, go on then.
Alright. I'll see what I can do for you. See if CCT have any lying around.
That'd be nice. Or maybe I'll call up Eternal Fire. I'll be like, can I have the trophy for a week?
Yeah. Can I have it lent to me, you know? Fair enough. Round 22. 15-6, Brandon. So, basically the exact same state, but, you know, let's not beat around the bush here. We're looking at a side now of Gamerlegion that, sure, didn't look bad in the last, but this one, they've got all the weapons in the world, and Acor finding the opening frag. As you say, oh dear, it's not a great start to have here for Ecstatic.
No, Kraken's low as well. Salazar's just been forced back because of the molly, and no one's on B. The Gamerlegion have got everything they could desire. They're even slowing down the pace here. They're waiting to see if Ecstatic are going to overextend anywhere. Are they going to walk into any crosshairs? Well, no. And the answer is that Ecstatic think that it potentially could be A. This is a huge gamble, and I don't think it's going to pay off.
Massive. They wait. The fact that nobody commits to B, though, from Ecstatic is a bit interesting to me. I guess the thought is, well, they could actually just be down B, but making no noise.
Yeah.
But someone has to break a glass pane or open a door to kind of like signify that they're in vent. So I'm surprised Ecstatic just didn't send someone down into decon.
It's also the case of where it's so slow. If you're Ecstatic, you're like, well, they should have planted by now. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
4
By the way,
4.
Yeah, 4 versus 4. Context is massive. Of course, this round, a lot of weight on the shoulders here for the CT side. The Danes walk into the Poles crosshair. Shui, he'll fight the first, looking for more. The flashy turns, finds another, and it's all down to Cabby. 1 versus 4, flings damage onto another, but damage is not enough. 16-6, and Gamerlegion have themselves the series. It's 2-0. It's dominant fashion. And it is the European side that find themselves a place in top 8. Deserved it. There's no denying that. Ecstatic putting up a bit of a fight. Unfortunately, it didn't last across both maps, and a bit of a dismissal here in Nuke. But the same goes. Gamerlegion continuing their form. Hot streak. 2-0. Gamerlegion are a quarter-finalist.
Very deserved as well. And really excited to see them. Honestly, expected a bit more out of Ecstatic, not only on Nuke, but just on Inferno as well. And they start to build themselves back in, but it just doesn't quite work out. And well, Gamerlegion, we said we hyped them up to be this team. We said that they'd be the ones to kind of be a really good test for Ecstatic. How would they match up? Well, it's not ideal, I'm going to be honest. But look, they're still on a positive streak, right? They qualify for Melbourne. They've still got plenty of matches and tournaments to compete in. It's unfortunate here at North Europe, but there's definitely another regional series I expect Ecstatic to make a deep run into.
I think as well, like, you look at the teams that you could have drawn, like, in terms of the invited teams for playoffs, and, like, you kind of draw the short straw. The only other team maybe they probably don't want to be playing is Fnatic. Obviously, they play Let Us Cook. So it's, like, Fnatic, and then you've got, like, what, Monty, which, yeah, fair enough, they're a decent team. Saw, they've been a little bit on and off. Obviously, they've made the RMR, but there's every possibility they could beat them. You've got Honoris, you've got Copenhagen Flames, 9, 500. Look, it's a stacked playoffs. I'm not saying any game's easy. I'm just saying there are some that are easier than others. And
there are easier games.
I would argue, you know, you look at the rankings, Gamerlegion are in the top 4 of sort of the HLTV rankings for this whole tournament. So yeah, I think this is 100% like a chance for them. Yeah, sure, they didn't cash in much experience, but there's definitely going to be a lot to learn from here in the playoff stage. And of course, we still got plenty of action to bring you while Gamerlegion and Ecstatic draw to a close. It's new faces as it's Saw and Sangal in about an hour and a quarter. I think pre-game will be in about an hour and 5 minutes. So you've got plenty of time, you know, if you need to go and do some work because it's Monday and you're kind of like dossing about and watching Counter-Strike, which fair play to you. You know, go do some work, get in the meeting, get it all sorted, get some food in your Brandon, because of course, still more Counter-Strike when we come back to another European team taking on a home team. It is Saw versus Sangal after this.